Welcome to Stump the Idiot. I am the idiot, the huge one, Dave Coco from Kocosports.com or KOCOsports.net. It takes you to the same place. It's where the world comes to kick ass, your home for combat sports, and above all, where it's okay to be a passionate fan. This is our Q&A, so leave comments down below. If it's good enough, maybe it will make the next Stump the Idiot. If anyone catches this live because of weird time zones, I salute you. Congratulations. Maybe I'll try to hit you up. First off, I want to start off the show with an apology. I don't think there'll be an Impact review this week and a SmackDown review. I got bad news from the doctor, in and out of the hospital, had to work, finishing up deadlines on books, stepping down from companies. Real life really got in the way. I didn't even do a show yesterday. So my question to you, first off, I want to apologize to the loyal listeners. And second off, I'll start again with the Royal Rumble. Start fresh from the Royal Rumble. And now, since I'm doing a show, I'm going to do Stump the Idiot, try to eliminate a lot of questions. Please keep them coming in. And I apologize if you had to wait too long for this. Now, my question to you is, I'm going to watch the Royal Rumble. I missed, because of real-life situations, I missed Impact, and I missed SmackDown. I'm going to have a meeting with a publisher and all that fun stuff in the middle of the night tonight, and then I'm going to watch Impact or SmackDown, depending on your votes. So I usually review shows. Now it's a freaking bizarro world. I'm asking you, if you could only watch one show this week, and it was either Impact or SmackDown, which one do you choose? I'm sure we can come to a peaceful solution and figure it out. All right, so there's my apology. I hope you accept it. Let's get to your questions. John Cena. I don't know if it's the real John Cena, but I like to believe the real John Cena listens to Stump the Idiot. He asked, yeah, but who will win the Rumble? We did pay-per-view profits. We did a Royal Rumble review. It's in the, I'll put it down in the comments later or in the doobly-doo. I'll also tweet it out a bunch right before the Royal Rumble. Less than 24 hours away from the Royal Rumble. My prediction on pay-per-view profits was Roman Reigns. I think WWE is going to double down on his stupidity, and they have so many people that blindly defend that product that they can do whatever the fuck they want. They're McDonald's. They want to take away the goddamn McRib. They're taking away the McRib. They can do whatever they want. And the worst part is people will just flock to them and be like, they make the most money. Ah! So I think if I was a betting man, I would say Roman Reigns is my pick of who's going to win the Rumble. Down in the comments, you can say who you think is going to win the Rumble. And you can also play pay-per-view profits up until the pre-show starts in a couple hours. But who I would like to win? Anyone who's a real wrestler. You know, just someone that's not a chosen golden boy. I think there's just too much politics in there. It would just be great to go, you know what? That guy, he's talented. He's a great wrestler. He connects with the crowd. I would love that feeling. Not like it was handed to him. It seems like WWE for a very long time has been, that guy didn't earn that. That was handed to him. I would like, even if it is, they worked, brother, I would like to leave the Royal Rumble later tonight, depending on what time zone you're in. I'd like to leave the Royal Rumble going, you know what? They might have worked me, but I believe when I'm turning off the pay-per-view and about to do my review tonight, I want to believe that the person who won deserved it. And I don't think Roman Reigns deserves it right now. I think Roman Reigns is going to win, but there's a lot of rumors, photoshopped events, leaked scripts, all that fun stuff. I try to stay away from the spoilers, but if I was a betting man and there was a pay-per-view profits, I'd say Roman Reigns wins the Rumble. All right. Sorry, John Cena. Rob Sadokal says, so how mad on a scale of 1 to 10 will you be, Dave Coco, that's me, if the Cena match goes on pre-Rumble, then he loses, then he wins the Rumble? You know what? I'm a pretty negative person. So if John Cena, I believe the Rumble has to go last. I would be shocked if the Rumble didn't go last. But if John Cena loses the match and then goes on to win the Rumble, I don't know. WWE and its super fanboys have worn me down. I just would be like, oh, maybe I'll get good one day. Like, I don't know. I don't know what my reaction would be. Usually what I do when it comes to WWE, I just prepare myself for the worst fucking thing ever. I'm like, John Cena, Roman Reigns, main event, that's what's going to happen. It's the worst fucking thing ever. Oh my fucking God. And then if that doesn't happen, I'm like, you know what? All right. At least that didn't happen. I'm a real negative person, and I try to think of the most negative things possible, but I try to prepare myself when it is John Cena as champ or John Cena winning the Royal Rumble. But I don't know. When it happens, who knows? Sometimes I just lose my cool. I mean, I don't know. I just, you know what? This Royal Rumble is exciting. A lot of people are like, who gives a fuck about this Royal Rumble? Who gives a fuck about WWE? I might be a crazy fan. I might not be a smart man as I'm hosting Stump the Idiot. But hear me out on this one. I think there's potential for WrestleMania to be good. Like, I think tonight I am going absolutely crazy about the Royal Rumble, high-fiving everyone, be like, holy shit, WrestleMania is going to be awesome. Or I'm being Eeyore going, I don't picture this in the road. In the middle of the road. I picture it either WWE doubles down on a stupidity and just like, fuck you fans, this is what we want, we make the most money, fuck you, the McRib's going away. How dare you? Or they're fucking gonna be like, you know what? I got an idea. It's that time of year. Why not put on a good show? Why not do that? So I think after this Royal Rumble, we'll know if Mania is good or not. And you know what? Some people are not really pumped up for this Royal Rumble. I might be foolish. I am. I want to know, do I fucking think about suicide? I'm just kidding. That's a horrible joke. I apologize. Do I just, you know what I mean? It's just, am I going to be super depressed for being a pro wrestling fan after the Royal Rumble? Or am I like, oh, baby, they got it right? I think they have potential to do both. All right. Boom, boom. Got a question here. Dolph Ziggler attacked on Punk. They're talking about SmackDown. I have not watched SmackDown. My question to the internet inventory is, I can only watch one tonight. Do I watch Impact or SmackDown? I just think it's fucking stupid. He says, oh, like I couldn't stay home and do a podcast at home. I was joking. It really wasn't an attack on Punk. It was an attack on me. I'm being fucking delusional. But, yeah, it's just fucking stupid. And it's selling out. And it's disappointing. And what the fuck? CM Punk is going for a UFC career. CM Punk is on SportsCenter. CM Punk is on all, you know what I mean? It's just like, why attack him? And not only that, but like, why bring him up? And why have Dolph Ziggler bring him up? It's just so fucking petty. And not only that, but like when you come to Dolph Ziggler, he has the, you believe, you know, maybe the work in your brother, but you believe that he's a great athlete being fucked over that we have to support. And you know what? I said this to my writing partner. I said this to my business partner. I'm willing to sell out once. That's it. Like, you know, like, because the thing is, selling out is contagious. Once you sell out, you're like, well, now I'm a millionaire. I'll sell out for 10 million. I'll sell out for 100 million. And you have to draw your line in the sand or you just eventually become the biggest fucking sellout in the business. Well, I fucking don't know if I'll ever have the opportunity to sell out, but I told the person I was writing books with, I'll sell out once. Once. Whatever. You slaughter my shit on Hollywood. If I can change the ending, I don't care. I am willing to sell out once for $1 million. After I have $1 million fucking dollars, fuck you. I'm not selling out because I ain't changing my lifestyle. I'll be a millionaire in sweatpants and free wrestling t-shirts for the rest of my fucking life. People are like, is that Mick Foley? I'm like, no, that's some fucking asshole who just got lucky. Fucking it sold out once. I think this is Dolph Ziggler's sell out once. All right. You sold out. You fucking, all right. Oh, making fun of CM Punk. Got it. Yep, like you would have a fucking job if I, you know what I mean? But, all right, so to me, as a fanboy, I'm just like, you know what, Dolph? Everyone gets to sell out once. Congratulations, you fucking did it. Let's see where your career is in 2-3 months. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? I mean, you could have just said fucking no. I don't know, dude, that's the thing. Like, now I'm starting to take my fanboy hat off and fucking put on my I've been backstage before fucking hat. You'd be surprised how many of these fucking pro wrestlers are bitches. And it would just break my heart if Dolph Ziggler was one of those bitches. I don't know. I think it's fucking stupid. I wouldn't have done it. It's just fucking retarded. You have smart fans arguing on Facebook. That's it. That was your fucking reaction. Congratulations. There you go. Wow. That fucking was worth it. Yeah, but no. I think if Dolph Ziggler sells out once, becomes champion, becomes a main eventer, grows a set of fucking balls, stands up for himself, and says, maybe Dolph Ziggler really hates CM Punk. But if that's the case, they're fucking an idiot. And just because think about it. If you're in a shitty company, I'm not just saying this because I'm a CM Punk fan. I'm saying this as anyone that's worked for a shitty company. If you're in a shitty company and someone says, you know what? Fuck off. I'm taking the fish. Who's coming with me? Who's coming with me? How do you not like that employee? Even if you're like, you know what? I would never fucking quit, but goddamn, Billy Bob over there. Holy shit. Fucking he quit. It took the goddamn goldfish. Started his own fucking thing. Got a wide receiver in Arizona. Way to go, fucking Jerry Maguire. I used to produce television, and we were understaffed like crazy, worked like crazy. Like, I legit worked, I think, 48 straight hours and 72 hours with a 2-hour nap. That's how much we were understaffed at this television station. It was 24/7, live television, just bam, 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 understaffed. We were paid tremendously, but we were breaking laws like crazy. And we were producing it, and on-air talent was being a dick. And one guy just snapped. And he was like, you know what? I'm fucking leaving. Peace out, bitches. And like everyone's like, oh my God, they fucked you. No, they didn't. That's awesome. Look at him. He's fucking doing it. Like, even if you keep your contract, even if you agree, even if you fucking are like, no, I'm going to stay here forever. How can Dolph Ziggler be pissed? How could anyone be pissed? It's an ultimate ass-kissing fucking shit is handed to you fucking business. Talent means nothing. And someone finally fucks the company that's been fucking thousands of pro wrestlers. And then you go out there and you're like, well, at least I'm not doing a podcast. Like, no, he's going to go fight in the fucking UFC, accomplish his fucking dreams and play. What the fuck are you talking about, Dolph Ziggler? But you know what? I love you, Dolph Ziggler. Everyone could sell out once. I am. Let me tell you something. If someone comes by and says, hey, dude, if I could sell out once, fuck yeah. Ain't selling out twice. So we'll see. And maybe Dolph hates him. Maybe. Possibility. But I'm pretty sure that was just, hey, say this. Get it? Yeah. So Dolph, everyone sells out once. Let me tell you something. In America and in the world, but especially America, people don't mind if you fucking sell out. People don't mind if you have no character, as long as you're number one and become the best. If you sell out and you're just going to be an Intercontinental Champion for 2 fucking weeks and they won't let you do stand-up comedy, you are a fucking loser, sir. You are a fucking loser. Only sell out once, bitches. That's the fucking rule. I mean, you might want to sell out forever. But Jesus Christ, that's not a fucking life. But hey, everyone's different. Like, just go. When I said everyone's different, I just pictured all those guys on Facebook who act way richer than they really are. They're like, oh yeah, fuck that. I fucking love the rich. I'm fucking all that. And then they come see you in real life and you're like, yo, bro, can I borrow $200? Like, bitch, you're balling on Facebook. The fuck? You can borrow $200 from me. Why don't you go sell out more, bitch? Ewok from Endor asked, would you kick Sexy Star out of bed for leaving on her mask while you make sweet sex with her? I would not kick Sexy Star out for anything. Mask, no mask, whatever. I think she's a beautiful woman and super talented. Bam. Another question. Any regrets of the Triforce Awards? The Triforce Awards are yearly awards. We hand them out. I think the Women's Award. I gave the Women's Wrestler of the Year to Charlotte. And I kind of regret. I could have gave it to Sexy Star, which was close. But the one I really regret is not giving it to Mia Yim. I think she's pretty amazing. But I don't know. I guess that's the only regret. When I stay up late at night and say, you know what? The Triforce. Did I fuck over the Triforce? Did I give the right person the award? My place of the Triforce went to Charlotte. I don't know. I'm happy with Charlotte. But Mia Yim and Sexy Star haunt me in my dreams. Like, did I do the right thing? All right. Does Lucha Underground pay you? It's so funny because, like, if you bash a show, they're like, fuck you, don't watch it. But then when you praise a show, they're like, yo, what's the inside scoop? I hear that you like the New Japans. I hear you like the Lucha Undergrounds. Do they pay you? And you're like, no one pays me. I do this because the only reason I do this is I used to work in sports radio and I loved it. But I stuttered, I have concussion problems, I was sick, and I couldn't continue being a sportscaster at a radio or television station without it being a charity gig. Because sometimes I stutter, sometimes I'm stuck with words. I'm actually trying to pass a test for concussions so that I can go back to my full-time job. And I can't even pass that test. So, like, no one pays me. I just do this as a hobby because I love doing sports talk radio. I love doing the sports talk news, and I love pro wrestling. And, you know, when you're sick and you just work on computer all day, it's nice. You know, I live in Japan. My Japanese is fucking beyond horrible. I'm really sick, have 3 kids. So, like, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to have a hobby. And if I stutter or if it's not perfect, I don't have to read a script. So it's a lot of fun. No one pays me. It's so funny. It's so funny. You put over a product like New Japan or Lucha Underground, and they're like, do they pay you? But then you bash them. They're like, why don't you stop watching? It's crazy. No, Lucha Underground does not pay me. All right. Which do you love more? This is the toughest question I've ever got in my life. Which do you love more? Boxing, sumo, MMA, or wrestling? I do love me some sumo. When it comes to podcasting and talking and being with your friends and just having a good time or talking to a stranger, I prefer pro wrestling. I prefer talking pro wrestling because there's so many elements to it. Where boxing, MMA, you kind of have ESPN, you have the newscast, and at the end of the day, you're going to have an argument and have these debates. Like wrestling, debates can go on forever. Does John Cena deserve a spot? Does Undertaker deserve a spot? That conversation can go on forever. You know, like boxing. Do you think Manny Pacquiao can beat Floyd Mayweather? We'll find out eventually. Like, you know, so pro wrestling, I think, is the funnest to talk about. I do love mixed martial arts, but I'm not a really big fan of MMA, the new era of MMA fans. I've met more black belt, jiu-jitsu, MMA champions in chat rooms than I did traveling the world going from gym to gym. If you go to one chat room and 20 MMA/Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gyms, you'll meet more black belts in that one chat room than you will in traveling the world. It's just crazy. And all that, but I don't know. And boxing, I love watching boxing. I think it's such a great story. I think it's a beautiful art. I really do. And I do love sumo, but it's such a minority sport that not many people, even in Japan, like my Japanese friends always ask, oh, you love sumo. Why? Like, oh, is it because I'm white? Is that why you're asking me why? He's like, no, you're young. People that usually like sumo are like 90 years old. But I enjoy all the combat sports. But I think pro wrestling is the funnest to talk about because, you know, like the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble, we don't fucking know who's going to win. And then we could say why they won. Like there's an element of entertainment that's fun to talk about. Where boxing, sumo, MMA, yeah, you're eventually going to find out. You know, John Jones kicks the fucking living shit out of Rumble. What are you going to say? You know, you might fucking be one of those guys that are like, round 4, 7, 9, 20, 7, 6, 4, 3, Diaz. You know, but, you know, at the end of the day, fucking, all right, well, hopefully they get a fucking rematch. The judges fucking suck. I don't know. And not only that, but pro wrestling isn't covered by a lot of major outlets where boxing and MMA is. So I love them all for different reasons, and I love watching mixed martial arts. I love watching them all. I love being a fan of them all, but I enjoy talking pro wrestling the most. I hope that answered your question. All right, let's get some quick MMA comments. Enjoyed the podcast. Thank you. And this is from @Elliot Oh, I'm just gonna read this. At ELLIOTTHTAFC. Go follow him. He said, enjoyed the podcast. Love to hear your thoughts on Jones versus Cormier. If you watch the fight in your next Stump the Idiot. Okay, I've had a couple Stump the Idiots. I hope you forgive me, Elliot. I've watched the fight. I really enjoyed it. I am not. John Jones is the John Cena. Please don't name your children John. Is the John Cena of MMA. But the difference is he's really talented. I love John Jones the fighter. I hate John Jones the person. But yeah, no, I think John Jones won the fight. I thought it was a fun, exciting fight. I think John Jones is probably one of the greatest fighters of all time. I just think he's young, surrounded by yes men, and he, it's not concussion or post syndrome. I think it's the yes man thing. He's surrounded by yes men, and he's like, oh, I'm going to act all professional, but I'm also going to controversy creates cash. I really think he's fucked in the head. And I'm not saying that because I got concussions, he fights MMA. No, I'm not even going the concussion route. I think there's something fucking mentally wrong with him. I mean, just fucking look at him. Look at him. But with that said, he's a fucking crazy dude, fucking all hopped up on coke, allegedly. Well, not allegedly, but who knows how often he really does it. He's not exactly the most fucking genuine, honest person. Even tonight, he had a fucking douchebag tweet. But yeah, I think he's one of the best fighters in the world and one of the biggest douchebags. He's the perfect face of MMA. This is a question. John Jones, cocaine? Question mark. All right. John Jones did get popped for cocaine, and the UFC did absolutely nothing about it. Dana White is a hypocrite. John Jones, cocaine. They have been together before. He says he doesn't have a problem. I take it you're asking what I would do. I don't know. It's a really tough situation because if I ran the UFC, I would just be a bitch about it and be like, that's Nevada State fucking Commission. Because that's what Dana White used to be. Dana White used to be a fucking bitch, bro. He used to be like, that's Nevada. What the fuck did I do? But then all of a sudden he got hard ass, fired someone for marijuana, fucking just gets caught in lie after lie after lie. I just wouldn't run to you. I love Dana White, or I have loved Dana White. I don't know if I still love Dana White. It's just I wouldn't run the UFC the same way. You can't fire someone for marijuana and then John Jones does cocaine and all that, but there's video clips of him just being full of shit over and over and over. And the problem is, the MMA media, it's new, so they'll never ask a tough question. Because, the UFC is a monopoly. You ask a tough question, you're thrown out. There is no New York City. There is no Philadelphia. There's no tough media. I mean, go look at some of these MMA reporters. They don't really ask tough questions. They want to fucking be like, I'm in the business. I'm going to fucking ask the media. Why don't anyone call him out on being a hypocrite? And just fucking drill him. He's intimidating, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, John Jones did cocaine. I don't think I would have fired anyone for marijuana. And I don't think I would fire anyone for cocaine. I would just be a bitch. Be like, Nevada, putting the best fucking fights together. But when you go around saying, they test for cocaine, and blah, 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 and then you get caught in a lie over and over and over again, too much. All right, so two more MMA questions, and we'll get back to pro wrestling. And we'll try to get to some live comments here. UFC on Fox 14. You can read the results on Kocosports.net. Someone asked, did you see Johnson defeating Gustafsson? And I probably slaughtered his name, but I'm going to blame it on concussions and not me being able to fucking mispronounce one of the greatest fighters' names. I'm not shocked that he won. A lot of people say this is the biggest upset ever. No. Ask George St. Pierre what the biggest upset ever is. I don't think it's the biggest upset ever because that's what he's asking me here. Am I shocked? Oh, I'm definitely shocked. And now that I'm not shocked that that Rumble Anthony Johnson won. I'm not shocked that he won. I'm shocked that he won so quickly, and he won so quickly, and he won so quickly. I don't know. That's what I'm shocked for. I thought for sure Alexander was going to be the next one to fight John Jones, so it's interesting. Question: future combat sports news shows? Yes, most likely. Kocosports is going through growing pains. Like, it's one of those things, go to the site, everything is free. Oh, fuck, the server can't handle it. I do want to do combat sports news shows every day. I want to build up to it. Hopefully my health can hold up. But yes, there will... I want to. That's the official statement. I don't want to be pulled into a Dana White fucking, let's look at the fucking footage. I want to bring back the fucking next to daily combat sports news shows. Will they come back? Only time will tell. Only time will tell. Let's go to some live comments, shall we? All right, on the Twitter, LK Wrestling Reviews. He retweeted us, appreciate it, liked us. Please follow him. He also does wrestling reviews at LK Wrestling on the Twitters. Appreciate it. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Rob says, sorry, man. If you're around, I'll do SmackDown with you. Or I could set it up so I could do a solo show. Oh, maybe we could do a solo show. All right, solo show. So maybe Rob will do it. Doing Stump the Idiot now. Bam. All right, there you go. So maybe Rob will come in. Bam. All right, activity on the YouTubes. Here we go. Random point here, but one of my old training partners is now in New Japan Wrestling. His name is Jay White, and he's on the New Beginning pay-per-view. So happy for him. You'll really like him. Well, hopefully. I look forward to it. Mixer549, Dale Moore says, great show. Appreciate it. Thank you for the kind comments. You know what? I'm going to be completely honest. When I did YouTube, before I actually started hosting shows on YouTube, I was kind of a lurker. I didn't give comments. Like there's people I watched for a long time, and I just never left comments. But now that I'm actually on this side, because in radio and television, I'm going to be completely honest, especially in the 90s. I don't know how it is now with Twitter and Facebook, but I was a lot younger, better looking, and could speak better. All right, maybe I wasn't better looking. I was skinnier. I was still an ugly son of a gun. But, yeah, no one gave a shit about comments when I was in radio and television. Like, someone would call up or, like, write a letter or something. I'm not that old. But you would just be like, who gives a fuck? I'm on the radio. I'm up here and you're down there. So, like, when I, got kicked off radio because I stutter too much and have concussion problems, I was like, oh, I love this YouTube stuff. I like watching. Never left comments. But now that, I am actually on the YouTubes giving shows, dude, that stuff is awesome. So appreciate it. Mixer54 Delmore. But, yeah, stuff like that, because you're like, oh, man, I don't know. I used to be on radio. I used to be on television. Your fucking super ego gets in the way. And then you're like, I hope people enjoy it. And then a little comment like that. You're like, way to go. All right, appreciate it. So, yeah, thank you for the kind comment. Lennox Wooderson, we have some questions from you. What's your thoughts on Reigns' comments towards his critics? What else is he going to say? What else is he going to say? He's a fucking marketing tool. That's the problem. When you're not a genuine person and you're a marketing tool, you're John Jones. He's fucking Roman Reigns, John Jones, all that. What else are you going to say? One thing that I am proud of working in pro wrestling and putting my shit out there and now going to be writers, you really need thick skin and all of that, but just because, like, let's say Lennox Wooderson, let's say you buy my book and you're like, holy shit, this fucking sucks, and you write something. Well, yeah, I know that I'm like, oh, okay, it's not for everyone. Sometimes we get rude-ass comments, and I'm like, dude, the show's not for everyone. There's plenty of options out there. Go get it. Where pro wrestling goes wrong is, like, I fucking hate you. And, like, you're an idiot. Maybe he's not an idiot, Maybe he's just not a fucking idiot. But, yeah, I don't know. He's reading the same fucking script. Oh, fucking, they never fucking wrestled. It's funny, too, because a wrestler will fucking say bullshit, but they'll make fun of movies. They'll make fun of books. They'll make fun of stand-up comedians. I think everyone is a critic, and now our voices are louder than ever because of the internet. Everyone has a voice, and I think that's a great thing. You get to see who's a fucking moron, who's great, who you agree with, who you disagree with. One thing I don't like about the internet is people seem to, oh, I disagree. I'm never going to watch that guy again, and go out, and then eventually you're just talking to a mirror. But, yeah, I mean, what else is he going to say? He's a fucking robot. Appreciate the comment, though. But, yeah, I don't know how to react to it. Just, what the fuck are you going to say to him? You know, it's the celebrities get surrounded by yes men. They get everything handed to them. What happened to the old days of, I don't like Stump the Idiot, go fuck yourself? And your response be like, well, it's not for everybody. What happened to those days? What happened to real fucking men? Market Garden, I'm crazy excited about the Rumble tonight. Glad to hear that. First time I'll get to see live pay-per-view in ages. Work's taking over, but not tonight, baby. Woo! All right, high fives. Hopefully the Royal Rumble does something. Have you got a link? I never read them. All right, yeah, set up a link. Set up a link if you can for the comments, and then I'll hit it one by one. All right, boom, boom, boom. Let's see. All right, it says, okay, want a joint. All right, Facebook. A, I'm not against marijuana, but I don't smoke marijuana. And B, how are you going to get me a joint? You know, like, that's one thing I do miss about radio. Like, who would call up and be like, hey, you want beer? You want a joint? You want a pizza? And they knew where you were. I miss that. Like, you know, I live in Tokyo. It's a worldwide audience. It's awesome. You know, I have my little niche. It's nothing big, but it's cool. But when I was in radio, it was always cool because, like, if someone really liked you, they could be like, hey, I'll buy you a pizza, or I'll get you a joint, or I'll get you fucking beer. And then they just pulled up to the radio station and knew where you were. But also, I also like it because trolls would be like, I want to fucking whoop your ass. Well, now it's worldwide. I'm in Tokyo. It's hard to find me to whoop my ass. The odds of you still being angry when you find me. But in radio, you would get people so angry. Like, what? You think Roman Reigns sucks? And they would come to the radio station. Or like when they trolled you, you'd like, come to the radio station. Come to the radio station. Now when someone trolls you, what are you supposed to say? Come to Tokyo. You know, I was hoping maybe one day that a troll will actually come to Tokyo, come to Kamada Station and be like, I'm ready to go. I'm like, you know what? It's worth getting my ass kicked. Let's do this. Lennox Wooderson from the past. We just talked to future present Lennox Wooderson. Now we're going back to in time. Lennox Wooderson's leaving comments live, and we're also hitting up some of his comments from back in the day. So now, jumping our time machine, we're going to past Lennox Wooderson. Oh, Lennox Wooderson live. I hope past Lennox Wooderson doesn't let you down. Did I say Lennox Wooderson enough? I don't think so. Is Roman Reigns being sabotaged? No, I think they're making an excuse. I don't think he's being sabotaged. I think they're giving it a legit college try. I think they're just having their excuse. Like, example, let's say worst case scenario, John Cena and Roman Reigns battle it out. That's the main event for WrestleMania. And people boo the living shit out of John Cena. People walk out, you know, the usual WrestleMania stuff. I think Roman Reigns is going to be the scapegoat. I don't know if he's being sabotaged. I think he sees the writing on the wall. At least I hope he does. I mean, he's The Rock's cousin. The Rock's like, oh, fucking stay away. You know, if you had any advice for any pro wrestler, wouldn't you just stay away from John Cena? I don't know if he's being sabotaged. I do think that there's tons of politics because you have an old man who's out of touch with reality. He's either going to die or walk away eventually. And people that are younger than him are like, whoa, fuck, I could take over this shit. I could take over this shit. And, you know, me, my health problems, I'm stepping down from a lot of companies. I know that feeling. Like, it's so funny because, like, you'll see. And it's so weird because, like, I live in Japan and I'm so happy. I'm gonna put Japan over for 5 seconds. But, like, I'm stepping down from a lot of companies for health problems. I'm just not going to run the day-to-day companies. In Japan, it's like, this is the normal response. We throw Dave a party, we say nice things, we cry, we hug, and then we keep a promise. The promise, you know, like here's one promise that I had of a Japanese company. I'm stepping down from running day to day. Someone else is going to run it. And this is what they said. This is like something they said in a speech in front of the employees. My family, Dave's, you know, I don't know, I'm talking in third person. My family will never go hungry. And we will never forget what you've done. That's Japan. Now let's go to an American company. We have a wrestling company. Go to a wrestling company that I owned and mention me. They won't fucking name me. And the same thing with a lot of my American companies. They're like, oh, finally, that fucking guy's out of the way. I'm going to fucking take over. So, yeah, I think that's what it is. It's just an American company, and people are just fucking sabotaging each other, fucking trying to get power, and see what happens. Our NXT, take two. That's why I'm not on television and radio anymore. Our NXT call-ups being sabotaged. By half, yes. The half that doesn't want Triple H to be in charge, they are definitely sabotaging them. And it's just a power struggle. It is a very big power struggle. Lennox Wooderson, are the fans wrong for wanting Daniel Bryan to win the Royal Rumble? You know what? I am one of those guys that I just defend fans. As a promoter, I defended fans. When I ran pro wrestling, no one was allowed to call a fan a mark, a smark, and you can make fun of anything about a fan except that they're fans of pro wrestling. If they're fat, okay. Ugly teeth, okay. Ugly, okay. Stick a penis in his fucking girlfriend, insults, okay. You can't go, you're at a fucking pro wrestling event, you fucking mark. Because it crashes the wall down, and you know what the fan goes? He's absolutely right. What the fuck am I doing here? I'm always on the side of the fans. I think it's fucking ridiculous. And I think the WWE, there's a saying, the devil, the greatest trick he's ever done is telling people he didn't exist. Ooh, loopholes! That's almost what WWE has done. If you don't like the product, you don't know. You're not smart. Like, who hasn't fucking figured out pro wrestling by now? Really? And let me tell you, if you fucking found someone from fucking the most stranded fucking place in the world, they find people all the time. They find tribes in the Amazon and all around the world all the time. We're like, dude, I don't know what television is. I don't know what radio is. Dude, just fucking give them 1 month with the internet. 1 month with watching the product. They'll figure it the fuck out. But the thing is, with the devil, a.k.a. WWE, the trick is, you're smart. You get it. Those fans, though, they're not in the business like us. Oh, yeah, baby, we're in the business. You know what's up. No, I think the fans are. I don't think the fans are wrong when they talk about how much money a company makes. A fan shouldn't give a shit. What the fuck does it matter? Who's your favorite band of all time? What's your favorite book of all time? What's your favorite sports team of all time? Does it matter if it's fucking the number one best? And if that matters, that's sad. That's sad. You're a fan of money. You're not a fan. You're a fan of worshiping the rich. You're a fan of worshiping the elite. Fucking love the art. And when fans act like they're in the business, but you can't blame them. YouTubers act like they're in the business. Bookers, promoters, all these fucking guys, this secret fucking business. And that is the greatest fucking thing that WWE has ever done. Is convince you or most people that, oh, you're in the know. They're not. Well, here's the no. You most likely paid a lot of money to become an indie wrestler and talk shit. And you stopped enjoying it and you fucking hate the fans and you blamed their internet connections for you not fucking following your career. You've lost thousands of dollars, wrecked your fucking body, and the odds of you making it are very fucking slim. You most likely didn't make it. That's why you fucking hate the fans. That fan knows what the fuck he's getting. $5, $10, $20, enjoyable evening out, going home, end of fucking story. To me, pro wrestling fans are fucking the backbone of the business and the smartest ones in the room. Indie wrestlers, you don't know what it's like to take a bump. I know what it's like to pay $20, go home, and fucking enjoy the product. Do you know that? Well, I only have 97 more payments of $7,000 fucking dollars to fucking wrestle in front of 10 people. It's the best fucking scam in the business. There's reported that a brand split a good idea. I don't know. If they're going to run the company well, then no, brand split's a bad idea. But if they're going to fucking run the company like they're running Raw, yeah, give us a good fucking show. I'm for the brand split if one of the shows is good. At the end of the day, I just want good pro wrestling. If it's fucking SmackDown Southwest Eastern Conference of the fucking whack fucking mackety moke back division, and you got to watch it on WWE Network at fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's a good product, don't give a shit. Matter of fact, if all the wrestlers come together and the product's good, great. If the product sucks, like Monday Night Raw, fuck it. Keep splitting the brands. Split it to a SmackDown brand, main event brand, fucking superstar brand, velocity brand. Fuck, man. Maybe one of those brands will be good. So yeah, I think if it depends on what you think. If you think Raw is a good program, then brand split is bad. But if you're like, holy shit, Raw is fucking horrible, well, now you got a 50% chance that the other brand might be good. Are WWE sabotaging sabotage? Dude, Lennox Wooderson, you're all about the sabotage. Lennox Beastie Boy Wooderson. Are WWE sabotaging Ambrose by turning him heel? Is he heel? I don't know. Maybe when you sent this question, he is. I don't know. I think they're sabotaging him, not by turning him heel and all that, when he sold more merchandise over Christmas over John Cena. If anyone ever sells more merchandise than John Cena, they fuck over their careers. Dude, look at it. That's just fucking science. That's just fact. Our Lennox Wooderson, last one for his thing. Our WWE sabotaging. There you go. Lennox Beastie Boy Wooderson. Our WWE sabotaging Rollin by giving him 20-minute promos. I guess it really just depends. I don't think Rollins is going anywhere. I think that's Triple H's project. I think Rollins is, Stephanie McMahon's project is John Cena. I think Triple H's project is Rollins. I think, and I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. I am the idiot. I think they're just trying to get him out there and get used to it. That's what I think. And the same thing a little bit with Roman Reigns. So there you go. I mean, it just depends. I just think there's, people, dude, all they give a fuck is their position and power. And if you had a real fucking leader, Vince McMahon, you would fucking have one vision and it wouldn't suck. And if you can't, step down. Listen, I know you're fucking all coked up and allegedly hanging out with John Jones, allegedly. But yeah, if you can't do the job, step down. I've stepped down from 4 companies this year because, well, my health fucking sucks. Dude, step down and let one person be in charge. Let that one person have a vision. Nothing sucks more than not being able to hand it fucking reins to somebody. That's why I'm so happy. I have a Russian company, a Japanese company, a Chinese company, and all of them were so smooth, and the transitions were great. And then I go to my American companies, and they're like, I'm going to fucking kill everyone. I'm going to fucking make a golden statue of my image. Like, that has nothing to do with our business. Oh, I've got the power. I've got the power. All right, let's go back to some comments here. Stillwell Plays. Yeah, and I have a great question for you. All right, Stillwell Plays, bring it on, baby. Who in wrestling history has had the best promos? Oh, I already did this one. We did with me and Wrestling Rantin. We did a Fave 5, so go check it out. Maybe I'll put a link down in the doobly-doo. I've been promising a lot of links in the doobly-doo. Down in the comments, hold me to that, because I'm an idiot. And from the Facebook group Extreme Wrestling Fans, go over there. Some interesting conversations. I had an interesting conversation there today. Just, about WWE and all that stuff. It was really fun. It was the old famous, well, if WWE, it doesn't matter if people hate it because they keep coming back. And I'm like, dude, statistically, that's just fucking propaganda. They're not keeping coming back. Do you think Global Force Wrestling will succeed? If they stick with New Japan, stick with Jim Ross, I know they want to do Triple Mania and a couple other big events around the world. I think it will be a success as far as making profit. I think it will be a success because it will bring great wrestling from around the world to the English-speaking audience. Will it ever be as big as WWE? No. But that's one thing that's bad about and this is from Rob Markingham, so thank you so much. That's one thing that's bad about pro wrestling. WWE is McDonald's, and you go to McDonald's, you're like, I want the fucking McRib. By the way, I've been referencing the McRib way too much today, and I don't even like the fucking McRib. But moving on. It's like going to McDonald's and be like, I want the fucking McRib. The McRib's not here. Why don't you fucking push McRib? McRib should be champion. And then someone goes by and be like, well, we just had a restaurant next door, and, well, now it's nothing but McRibs. And you're like, fucking losers. Can't fucking believe it. I think Force Wrestling will be a success. I think it will be profitable. I think a lot of WWE fanboys will shit on it. And I think nowadays people hold everything up to WWE standards. And a lot of people aren't really, I got concussion and memory problems, but a lot of people have short vision. They're like, well, the fucking ratings were this, and they always come back. Like, no, look what the ratings were during the Attitude Era. WWE is always on top. No, look back. WWE would never do that. Look back. I think Global Force Wrestling will be a success, in my opinion. I think a lot of fans will shit on it no matter what they do. And I honestly think it'll probably be more successful than TNA and get a profit because it's just made for profit. You ain't fucking paying for shit. Jeff Jarrett gets booked on the best cards in the world, gets a payday, pays Jim Ross, and keeps all the pay-per-view fucking money and splits it. Doesn't have any of the cost. Well, he doesn't keep all the pay-per-view money, but he keeps all the fucking profit. He's like, here's your half, here's my half, bam, fucking money. He didn't have to pay for the cameras, didn't have to pay for this, didn't have to pay for that. So, yeah. I think it's there. All right. Eric Young, will Ambrose fall when Reigns comes back? Oh, this is probably old. Ambrose will fall when fucking he sells more merchandise. Yeah. I just think all three members of the Shield should be pushed. Even Roman Reigns. I just don't think he should be pushed the hardest. Oh, God, I'm going to mispronounce this. A la carte Cosby says, Coco, is Vince the reason the WWE sucks, or is Triple H and crew the main reason? WWE sucks because of Vince McMahon. Triple H has a say in this, but here's the thing. No matter what, Triple H... All right, hold on. Rob, you're pissing me off now. Rob wants to join Stump the Idiot. I want to keep this short, so let's keep Rob in here. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. These technical difficulties are brought to you by Rob's an Idiot, and he's pissing me off.net. Go there now. Buy a t-shirt. Not a real website. I hope not. I always make up websites and be like, what if there really is a website? That's when you know you're famous, when you make up a website on your podcast and someone makes it. A la carte Cosby says, Coco, is Vince the reason the WWE sucks, or is Triple H and crew the main reason? I think it's Vince and Triple H, but at least Triple H, there's hope. I mean, he takes all the credit for NXT. All the great wrestlers put Triple H over, and hopefully Triple H can give us what we want and take it to the next level. Scullin asks, do you think WWE was right to break up the Shield as they did? Whew, that's a tough question. I say no, but it's a matter of opinion. Like if someone says, oh, they did it, they did a great job, I could see. I say, was it right to break up the Shield? I say no. But it's not a strong no. I could see some benefits to it. Hopefully Rob gets in. When it happened, many people were criticizing that it happened too soon or that Rollins was the wrong person to betray the other two. I don't think so. I don't think... Rob, welcome to Stump the Idiot. You made it just in time for a Shield question. Do you want me to repeat it for you, pal?
Hell yes, I want to answer the Shield question.
All right, here you go. He says, I'll give my short answers and then you give a long answer because I'm not as passionate about the Shield as you.
Okay.
Do you think WWE was right to break up the Shield as they did? I say maybe to a light yes. I'm kind of on the fence. I could see both. When it happened, many people were criticizing that it happened too soon, and I agree with that. I think it was. I think they could have got a lot more mileage out of it. Or that Rollins was the wrong person to betray the other two. I disagree with that. I think.
Yeah, I disagree entirely.
Perfect.
Also, has shown he is probably the best heel I've seen in my opinion, the best heel I've seen in the business since Ric Flair, classic Ric Flair healing.
All right. I love you, Rob, and I love the Shield, and I love Seth Rollins, but there's some crazy words coming out of your mouth. Also, do you think Rollins, Ambrose, and Reigns were booked correctly after the breakup? Well, it's not fair for Roman Reigns, and I'm a Roman Reigns basher. It's not fair because of injury. So, I think he gets a pass. Ambrose, Rollins, I think yes and no. Their feud was booked horribly, but Rollins was on top. I think Rollins was, besides the Ambrose feud, I think Rollins was booked perfectly. Ambrose, I think, got the worst of it. And Reigns, I'm going to give a pass because of injury. What's your take on all that question?
I'll agree with you. Reigns getting the injury time off does deserve a pass. But aside from that, I think they were doing... They were doing a great job of making him look like a badass, but they were doing a terrible job of forcing him to do scripted promos that are badly written by Vince McMahon, and another terrible job in that they don't give him good storylines or feuds really, and they just totally acted like the Shield breakup never happened with him, and that's the part that annoys me the most. I think they definitely broke him up too early, and they should have teased dissent between them for longer. And I think honestly they should have had it just be like Seth just get tired of dealing with Dean being a kind of the wild card that he was, and I think they could have easily drawn out that over a couple more months, and then finally had the betrayal. And I think the betrayal itself, though, there's no one that should have done that other than Rollins. Like I don't think either of those guys could have matched Rollins in terms of just the heel performance overall.
Yeah, I think Rollins won the little bit of luck and a little bit of good booking. He definitely won out on as far as storylines go.
Oh yeah, he gets great fucking booking. But you got to give the guy credit too. He has done a phenomenal job of playing this Weasley heel that you just fucking hate. Like you love to hate him. I think like when the crowd chants against a guy more than they chant for the other guy, to me, that's huge because that's hard.
Yeah, it's the same thing with Rusev.
Yeah, Rusev's actually the best one, I think, to do it because you hear the USA chants more than you hear any chants for his opponents.
We have 3 more questions, and then we're going to live comments. Lennox Wooderson this is past Lennox Wooderson. We have present Lennox Wooderson and past Lennox Wooderson. Lennox Wooderson, thank you so much for being so awesome to the Internet Infantry. Who in TNA should have jumped ship and didn't? Who did and shouldn't have? Well, who in TNA should have jumped ship and didn't? I think that's more of an opportunity thing. I would probably say Kurt Angle. I'm trying
He tried to jump ship. WWE
no, but you don't know if those doors are open. Like, there was a time where Samoa Joe and CM Punk and Daniel Bryan got signed kind of the same time. And CM Punk was down in developmental, and Samoa Joe was going undefeated. I think, if there's a time machine, if the door was open, if there was ever a chance for the door to be open, Samoa Joe to WWE, I think he made a mistake. But you don't know if that door was ever open. That's why that part of the question is hard. Who did and shouldn't have? Now that's an easier question because you know who had the door open. Who went to WWE that shouldn't have? Christian. I think maybe Payday. We're taking Pay out of it. We're just going off pure fandom and his career. I think Christian made a big mistake. Do you think any guys? There's rumors about the Dudleys. We don't know how accurate that is. So, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think Hulk Hogan did a great job just because he's on a bigger stage, celebrity. I think Sting. I guess it. Yeah, I guess So it's a tough one. But who did and shouldn't have? I think Christian. I just think Christian could have had a better career. And we're talking fan-wise. You never know paydays, contracts, all that. You know what I mean? We're just going off their careers fan-wise. All right. Do you have anything to add? You're not really a big TNA guy, so
I'm not a big TNA guy.
All right. Here's one. There's 2 more. One's directed towards me. One's directed towards, I guess, anybody. If you had the power, and this is going back because we already know the match, or I guess who would you have booked Lesnar to face? Like if you had the power, who would the matchup be? Oh, let's put it this way: who would you have him face and lose against? He might lose tonight. I mean, who knows? There are rumors and Photoshop and all that funny stuff being leaked all over the place. But who would you have Brock Lesnar lose the title to? In a perfect world. Let's not count tonight's booking. In a perfect world, who do you have Lesnar face?
I still say in a perfect world this is very feasible to do. All you have to do is have Lesnar win the match tonight. Rollins, to make him still look strong, almost doesn't... Well, Rollins has to get pinned, realistically. Because they're never going to have him pin Cena. I don't see Cena getting pinned tonight. I really don't. and then have Rollins try to cash in the Money in the Bank and make it look like it's a sure thing he's going to get the cash in, though, and then have fucking Ambrose stop him. Then you've got the Ambrose-Rollins feud to book into WrestleMania, and then I would have Daniel Bryan 100% be the guy to beat Lesnar. Like, there's no denying that David and Goliath booking could be monumental.
Yeah, as far as booking, though, I think, I know he's very expensive. I would have had him come on Raws and just destroy motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would have done that, but I know he's so expensive, just from what I read. But, I don't know. Roman Reigns, with his injury and his scripted promo problems, I think that boat sailed away for it to be a good idea. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but you never know with how stubborn fucking McMahon is.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. I don't know. It's really tough. I would love to build someone up, because you have to go with size and talent. I mean, the Daniel Bryan thing is great, but there'll be those guys who jerk off to giants. They're like, it doesn't fucking make sense. But no, it's funny. You ever notice the guys who jerk off to giants are always the ones in the bar telling you they knock someone out huge?
Yeah.
They're like, I love the fucking giants. I love fucking big guys. At one time, I had this guy besides of fucking the Big Show, and I punched him right in the fucking noodle, and he went down. It's just like, dude.
We had a guy like that in the Army. I remember during my OSIT. He was this dude that was just so fucking tall and lanky and had never been in a fight in his life, but he was so fucking big that no one wanted to fight him whenever you do that initial sparring.
Yeah.
So the drills, I don't know why they did this. This was a dick move in my opinion. We had another guy who was a Golden Gloves winner.
Oh, yeah. I see where this is going. This is a military.
One punch. One fucking punch. Gone.
Yeah, but in the Army's defense, because I used to be a hand-to-hand combat instructor, you have to get them used, because there's so many big guys that never get into a fight because of intimidation factors.
Yeah.
And you just have to go. And I talk about my concussions pretty openly here, but I think one of the major problems was I was a hand-to-hand combat instructor, and they're like, yeah, no, you have to fight 250-pound men in war, so go fight them now. And in the 90s, in the Marines, we just laughed about concussions. I don't know how it was in the Army, and I know you're younger than me, but I've
had two.
Thinking you got a concussion. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Nowadays, my memory is horrible, my speech is horrible, and in some small ways, I'm not on radio and television because of those stupid-ass ideas. I'm not teaching what I want to teach because a doctor won't clear me. So, I don't know. There's also the mindset of, hey, if you're going to be in hand-to-hand combat, or if you're going to go to combat, you have to know what it's like to be punched in the fucking face. You know what I mean? You just have to. But at the same time, they abuse that. Like, I abused it as an instructor. I got it abused as and the sad part is now I'm paying the price. When I was an instructor, I probably could have slowed it down. But nope, I had a Napoleon complex, and now I stutter and can't say words while my Army buddy laughs his ass off at me. This question is directed towards me. I'll keep it.
Well, wait, hold on. I did want to add on that.
Books, are they wrestling books? No, one is like a realistic vigilante comics type book, and there's wrestling references, but it's definitely not a wrestling book.
Wait, which one's the one that's realistic vigilante?
Growing up in New Jersey as an orphan, and it has wrestling references, but it's not a wrestling book. Will I eventually write a wrestling book? Maybe, but to me that might be like kind of selling out. I don't know, maybe, but I'm trying to do the fiction thing. Fiction.
Why don't you do a how to book?
Yeah.
I did want to say though, if people really want to see a giant that can beat Lesnar realistically, that I would actually buy it, Rusev could do it.
Yeah, but Rusev, if you booked him right from 3 months ago, I think with Ryback, trying to build Ryback off Rusev, I think hurt Rusev.
Yeah,
but
it did.
If you never hurt Rusev by trying to get Ryback the push or pull or whatever the fuck terminology you want to use. No one's ever said pull, but you know what I'm saying. Rub, that was the other word I was looking for. I think Rusev would have been perfect. Yeah, but
I don't even think
that boat has sailed.
they didn't hurt Rusev that bad until Friday or Thursday. That's SmackDown though. That was bad.
Yeah. All right, we are done the previous comments. So if we missed any of your comments in the past, that means we're assholes and lost them. So starting off fresh, please leave great questions. Let's go to some live comments. We got no more comments in storage, is what I'm saying. So
Yes.
if you're like, I really want them to answer this, and they didn't answer it today, what fucking cock handlers? Then yeah, just resend the question. We'll try our best. No, actually, I lied. There is one about pro res, and I will be doing that hopefully within a week. All right, let's go to some live questions. Lennox Wooderson, not from the past Lennox Wooderson, but present Lennox Wooderson. I meant that Ambrose was rumored to be turning heel, and they're trying to keep him from getting close to Cena. That's a possibility. That's a huge possibility, but I think it's more of they're selling the merchandise. I honestly think this is just me. I think the game is that rigged. And it's funny, everyone that left WWE says the game is that rigged. But people in the know don't say the game's that rigged. What are your thoughts? You want to add anything?
I don't think Ambrose should be a heel or a face. He should be in a neutral area doing basically whatever he feels like is what he wants to do.
Yeah. Someone came up with an idea. I forget who it was. It was a podcaster. I apologize. I don't know who it is. But a podcaster came up with this, and I apologize. Man, I'm really mad at myself, because usually if I steal another podcaster's point, I like to give their name. So dear podcaster, I apologize. But a podcaster out there, not named me, said that Ambrose should be like on a mission. And his mission should be bigger and better than a heel or face turn. Like, if there's injustice, he goes out. If his mission is to just fucking piss off Seth Rollins because of injustice. Like have a guy that just goes with his beliefs more than a heel or face. It's just like, oh, it's 2-on-1. If it's 2-on-1 and his face is on one heel, he still comes out. You know what I mean? Just, I don't know. I thought that would have been a good idea. Like, have characters that have belief systems. You can't do this for a whole roster, but you could do it with special wrestlers. You know what I mean? Because in the comic books, they always have that. You know, they'll be like, well, this is what I believe. You know, like how Punisher would act would be different than Spider-Man. But it seems like in WWE, they don't have Punishers and Spider-Mans. They are like, are you Superman or are you Lex Luthor? You're like, I'm not Superman or Lex Luthor. And they're like, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Market Garden. Looking back, I actually think they split the Shield pretty well. Rollins has come out of it superb. All right, thank you, Mark.
There were flaws about the split. For one thing, you had, of the two guys who stayed face and were the betrayed, we'll say, you dropped the ball a little bit. I think if you really wanted Reigns to become this top level performer by WrestleMania, I just think you really dropped the ball by not keeping him in a tag, making him and Dean Ambrose a tag team. And having him work with Dean Ambrose, because you could still make him look amazing just by giving him the hot tag every night. He still looks just as badass at the end of the year as if you do what you did with him, which is make him have matches with punch Big Show in the head like 20 times and say shit.
All right. Two or three more questions. I gotta wrap this up because it's getting really late. But Rob, I give you permission. I'll run the board for you. Permission sounded very not cool. Let's pretend I said something cooler. But I'll run the board for you if you want to do a solo show later for a SmackDown review.
I'll do that.
All right. So we will go 2 or 3 more questions, and then we'll wrap this bad boy up. Rob will be back by himself running the board just because it's late night here in Tokyo. And me and Rob will both be back for the Royal Rumble review. And please check out all this week's shows. And I apologize.
With booms, right?
I'm dying a little bit, to be honest, but go on.
No, I said with booms, right?
Oh, I don't know. I can send him a message.
Well, I would hope Booms is going to do Rumble with us. Booms, you better be at the Rumble.
Booms can't do Rumble. Booms got work.
No. All right.
Booms can't do pay-per-view, and Booms can't do Raws. You know,
oh.
the shows everyone watches.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, it does suck. But like a lot of people that don't watch our more unpopular shows think we're phasing him out. We're like, no, we're not phasing him out. It's just he's not there for the more popular shows because of real life.
Mm-hmm.
And the same
We
thing
get
with
a
you.
rotating
Like,
second chair.
and we don't phase people out. We don't make money, so they have to make real money. When they're available, they're available. Lennox Wooderson, would Reigns benefit from a heel turn instead of Rollins? No, I don't think he should have turned instead of Rollins. I disagree with that. Would Reigns benefit from a heel turn now? I think so. It worked for The Rock. You got to remember,
I don't agree.
Had problems in the beginning of his career, just like he is, and it worked fantastically for his family members. So I think, would he benefit from a heel turn now? Yes. Should he have turned instead of Rollins? No. I
think even now, I wouldn't turn him now even. I think now is not the time to turn him.
All right, last question of the night.
Because the whole thing
Lennox Wooderson, thank you so much. Hopefully we will have more shows. But right now, this is our last question. Anything after this, we'll just try to get later or in the comments. Rob, you can hang out there too. This is the last question of the night from Garden. It's a Royal Rumble question. Who's your final four in the Rumble tonight? I think I answered this in the preview show, but I'll just give it. I think mine was Roman Reigns. Who else did I have? Ambrose. Daniel Bryan, and maybe Dolph Ziggler. I might not be the same four, but I think that's what my final four is.
That's your final four?
Final four?
You got no heel in that, man.
What's that?
You have no heels.
Fuck it, dude. We need a good guy. Well, yeah, but my whole thing is, hear me out. We have no heels, but earlier tonight, Seth Rollins cashed in and walked out with the title.
That's true. In a perfect world.
In a perfect world, it would be Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, with maybe Roman Reigns sneaking in later. But in a perfect world, that would be awesome.
No, I still say in a perfect world, the ending is Reigns and Ambrose are the last two guys, and Ambrose gets speared by Reigns through the rope, and it's a double elimination. So technically, they both earn the title shot.
Sir, that's awesome. And WWE is not in the business of being awesome.
And it would be even better if, like, they technically both earn the title shot, and Triple H is like, no, there's going to be a tiebreaker because he wants to protect Seth. And just have them refuse to fight each other. Just like, no.
Your final four right now.
Yeah,
final
my bad. Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Rusev. Rusev, because it'll help rebuild what they took. All
right, sounds good. All right, everyone that left live comments, we really appreciate it. If we missed any, we apologize. There will not be an Impact review this week. There might be a SmackDown review, but it will be Rob going solo, so I'm a little nervous. And me and Rob will both be at the Royal Rumble review after the show, if everything goes in a perfect world.
Not only that, but during the Royal Rumble, if you guys want to live chat it with us while we watch it, we do have on the bottom left of Kocosports on our website, you'll see a little button, and you can join our chat, sign up, and talk to us there while we all watch it if you want to be part of that live experience that a lot of our infantry like to enjoy.
You are one sexy beast. Check out Kocosports.net, like, comment, subscribe, and please check out the shows. I've been really sick down in the dumps, but hopefully Royal Rumble, we start picking this up again. Thank you again for the comments. Please keep leaving them because I'd like to do a Stump the Idiot at least every day. But like I said, I'm not exactly the healthiest horse. If I was a racehorse, they would have shot me a long time ago. Rob, thank you for joining.
No, we wouldn't have shot you. We would have just sold you to some 8-year-old.
All right, not bad. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Takes care of me, brushes my hair, feeds me a couple sugar cubes.
Oh, dude, you're getting apples and great oats. You're getting brushed. It's gonna be a good life for you, man.
So these horses get treated better than veterans. Who's new? Should have left that joke off the air.
That's horrible.
From an Army dog and a Marine dog, a retired, kicked out. I don't know. No, we weren't kicked out, but Semper Fi, whatever.
All right.
It's so funny because You know, I have so many Marine friends and so many Army buddies, but I'm like anti-government, so it's such an awkward conversation. You're like, oh, you served with us, you're a brother, Semper Fi, but what do you mean down with the man?
Hold on, whoa, the man's paying my check right now. I don't know about down with him.
All right. Please like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully Rob will be back later. Rob, thank you.
I will. We will be doing SmackDown before the morning. If Dave sets it up for me, I will do SmackDown. Just be warned, I've never done a solo show. I'm probably going to ramble a little bit. I don't know how good I'll be.
All right. Kocosports.net. Like, comment, subscribe, and with that, I am over. Bum, bum, bum,
Bum, bum, bum, bum, bum, bum.
boom.